Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing the Desolation of Mordor DLC for Middle-earth: Shadow of War on the PS4. The Desolation of Mordor is a story DLC developed by Monolith Productions. In this expansion you play as Baranor, a human warrior who opens up a second front against the dark forces in the desert of Lithlad. The story starts out with you and your troops being attacked by a large worm creature. Shortly after, you wake up after being saved by Torvin, a hardy dwarf who becomes your own personal blacksmith for the duration of the story. Your goal in Desolation of Mordor is to overthrow the fortress in Lithlad, but to do this you need to take out the smaller camps and weaken the ranks of the orc army. To do this you can hire mercenaries who are basically like the orcs in the main game. You can employ them as bodyguards or send them to assassinate orc generals via the army screen. Okay, so what is this DLC like to play? Well, it plays very similar to Shadow of War, but with a few key differences. Firstly, you're human, which means when you die, you die. You'll lose all your hired mercenaries, outposts, and anything else that you've acquired, barring your experience. So if you get upgrades and progression, you'll keep those, but everything else is gone. So it definitely makes the game more tense, knowing that when you're in combat, if you die, there's real consequences. Being human means you don't have superpowers like you do in the main game, so to combat this you've got lots of cool gadgets that help you in the combat. This is where Torvin the dwarf comes in. If you can find old relics in the map, you can take them to Torvin and he will create these unique and deadly upgrades to your gear. You get given a parachute at the beginning which helps you get around quickly. You have grappling hooks which are very cool, getting out of trouble. You've got an advanced war shield and you've got various other components that will really help the task at hand. You can augment your gear, and each time you find one of these things you can stack them on top of each other on your existing loadout, so you don't have to select which one to use. You just add them, so you just keep getting stronger and stronger. You have ranged weapons like explosives, poison darts, and you can also hire up to 3 bodyguards to help you with those large crowd battles. Your main enemies are orcs, but there are also these large worm creatures that will come out of the sand and try to kill you from time to time, but it's the orcs and the nemesis system that again steals the show. Every confrontation with the generals becomes more meaningful in this DLC as the stakes are a lot higher than in the main game. So it pays to be prepared and leveled up, but if you die, those orcs are going to talk some major trash to you the next time they see you. Overall, Desolation of Mordor is short and sweet, it's a lot of fun, but it won't last you much longer than 4 to 6 hours. The new gadgets and weapons are cool, and the permadeath light feature makes for a different and interesting challenge. In terms of the audio and the visuals, the DLC is of the same standard to the base game, which was very good anyway, so it's just more of the same in terms of the aesthetics. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? It's a cool addition to the overall story, Baranor is a well-crafted character, and the new gadgets and weapons makes this DLC feel fresh. What's bad? It is a little bit shorter than I was hoping, but barring that I can't really fault the game. Okay, what is the verdict? Desolation of Mordor is a lot of fun and it gives you a nice break from being Talion. The fact that Baranor is human also makes the experience more enjoyable, and I think this is the route the developers will explore more in the next installment, as being human has a lot more jeopardy. The orcs and the mercenaries are well designed and full of character, the desert region is bright and colourful, and overall I really enjoyed the adventure even though it was a little bit short-lived. So my score for Desolation of Mordor DLC is 8.5 out of 10. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer, signing off. Thank you.